Hi, y'all. Hi, y'all. Okay. Good morning or good afternoon. I think it's afternoon for a lot of you guys. What's up? I'll wait for a few more people to get on. Hi. Okay, so we're going to talk about this again because it's a reoccurring issue, especially among young women. Hi. Okay, so loving yourself is very important. I know a lot of people don't understand what that means. It means putting yourself first and not taking any crap from anybody. That's all loving yourself means. And not talking down about yourself and knowing that you deserve what you want in life. Okay. It doesn't mean the other weird stuff that people probably think it means, like, oh, you need to embrace this. It just means putting yourself first as a priority, knowing your worth, value, and not taking any crap from anybody because you value yourself, you love yourself. Okay. And once you do that, other people will as well. Men, coworkers, your boss, parents, spouse, brother, sister, cousin, whoever is in your life at the moment will recognize that you love yourself and that you don't have to submit to them or that you're not desperate for their approval. In fact, they may start to be desperate for your approval. Okay. So make sure that you're putting yourselves first. I talk to so many women on the phone that keep talking about the other person. That's all I hear. But they think this and they want that. I don't care who they is. I'm on the phone with you. So when I do consultations, I have to constantly stop people from talking about other people or their spouse or the person that they're interested in. It's not about them. It's about you. Okay. If they can't recognize you and they don't like you, then you're wasting time. And that's one very important thing. If you have to sit there and be puzzled about why some man is not responding properly or why they're not doing this and why they're not doing that, it means they don't like you. So just move on and stop trying to waste time worrying about it. Don't waste time worrying about why someone doesn't like you, why they're not responding, why they don't call you, why they don't text you, why this, why that, because they don't care. That's why. Okay. And you already know that in the back of your mind. You're just hoping for a different outcome, which there won't be. Okay. So make sure that when you realize that you're putting other people before your own priority, before yourself as a priority, then you're not, I'm trying to blow up these comments, then you're not going to get the type of man or the type of date or the type of people attracted to you that you need. Okay. When you can get rid of somebody like this and they're not used to that, it means that you're valuable and that they are not necessary. They are very unnecessary. So, therefore, they feel like you have even more value because you don't need them. Okay. You don't need them. They need you. That's why they seek you out. Okay. That's why they call you. That's why they pay for you. That's why they ask you out. That's why. And then all of a sudden, when you get to, the first date or the second date, now you take the I don't know why women do this, but then they take everything and flip it and then start making it about the other person when it was never about them. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you for your help. I'm leveling up. I'm not even in your group yet. I have four sisters and we're all leveling up. Good for you. Thank you for the donation. So make sure that you're not getting caught up in silliness. Okay. If they're not putting you first, you're gone. Or you put them on ice. That means you let them figure it out. And when they start acting right again, then you allow them back into your inbox to make sense of what they were trying to pull. You know what I'm saying? If you're chasing behind someone, if you're worried about someone who ghosted you, then you're not putting yourself first. And that means you don't love yourself. So You should act like, okay, I know a lot of people were told or taught to act a certain way, or you shouldn't be so cocky, or James, look at that. But if you don't, then all people see you as is a doormat. You know what I'm saying? You can let down your guards later when they have fully invested into you, start paying all your bills and make sure that you're okay, and you know for sure that they're fully invested in you and are not going anywhere anytime soon. Then you can let your guard down a little bit. But until that happens, they're there to impress you. Okay. And I know a lot of people will disagree because they negotiate. They negotiate their self value. I don't negotiate my self value. If you're not going to do A, B, C, and D, then you don't see me and I'm out. Okay. That's how you have to do it. Now, this also requires you to have self confidence, which also requires you to be at your best, or getting at your best, or becoming your best, and knowing that this person values you at your best. It doesn't mean coming in there with a bonnet on and some ashy knees and talking about the same thing. Like I said, you have to look your best if you're going to get into any type of confrontation with anyone, any type of discussion that requires them to do something different. You're going to have to look your absolute best. I'm live right now. You need help? What is it? Okay, can you drag it in? Our Christmas tree came. Um, right. Anyway, so basically you got to put yourself first all the time. You don't ever switch it around. Okay? If they're not trying to impress you, if they're not trying to do what you need them to do, then move on to the next one who will. And this is a time saver, and it also does not bother your self-esteem, and it keeps you focused on you, not them. Okay? It's kind of like when people interview candidates for a job, they don't ask why the person didn't have this, education. They don't ask why a person, did this or that. If they're not qualified, they don't get a second interview. That's just it. That's how you got to treat people if you want to save time and get the best quality or the best person for you. You got to treat it like that. You can't get caught up in why they don't like you, because then you're switching roles once again. Now you're trying to impress them, or you're upset and in your feelings and in your ego. It's not about why they didn't like you or why they didn't call you back. It's that, thank you for saving me some time. So now I can get somebody else that is going to be qualified. That's all you have to think of it like, because too many people spend money, time, energy on someone who ghosted them. Okay. If you're spending money on um someone to tell you why someone ghosted you, you don't love yourself. They ghosted you because they don't want you. Okay? That's common sense. So what you got to do is make sure that you have other options lined up, like I always say. And then every time I get on a consultation, the person only has one person that they're interested in or who they were dating, but they say they've watched a lot of my videos where I say on most videos, date more than one person if you're not married. Okay. If you're not married, you're not in a fully committed relationship where the man is paying every bill and you're happy, date more than one person. If you don't, then you don't need to call me to ask me what you need to do, because I'm going to tell you to date other people. So please date other people, and your problems will go away. You won't be sitting around wondering why someone ghosted you, because you already have a date for the next day with the other person. Okay. And okay. And if you're married and your husband's acting and he's not acting right how you want him to act, then you cut off all everything. You just become a roommate, okay? Until he acts right. That's it. Take away every privilege until he acts right. Don't wash a dish, don't clean anything. Just go in and go out. That's basically it. Right? Because you got to treat people how to treat you got to teach people how to treat you. And most of the ladies are service oriented. Most of you ladies have been raised to be service oriented. You are a server. That's how you act. That's how you treat everyone that you run into. How can I serve you? You but then you want to be called or treated like a queen, but a queen does not serve anyone beneath her. They basically serve her. And if you are a queen, what you do is offer guidance and leadership to other people that, come to you for that. But you have to be an example, because if you start acting like something less than, that's how they're going to treat you, you know. Um you get too common with someone, people start taking advantage of you. When you start being friends with, you know, um, people that work with you, then they don't respect you as much. hmm Or when you work with family members, they're not going to respect you as a boss or someone who's in charge if you own the company. So don't even try it. Okay. Um, so love yourself by making sure people treat you like you want to be treated. Otherwise, it's a waste of time to even deal with them. So many people ask me, well, how do you get that confidence? You decide you want it. You decide. There is no step to it. You just make the decision. I don't put up with BS. I love myself, so I'm not doing this. It's just one choice. That's it. It's just one choice. There is no step to it. It's just a decision, one major decision to say, I'm not taking it. There's no questions about it. There's no decision besides the one you make to not deal with it, and that's it. There is no step, okay? You can be the most beautiful thing on the planet and not have to put up with something, or you can be the ugliest person on the planet and still make the same decision and not have to put up with the same with whatever it is, okay? Doesn't matter. So, make sure you understand that, because a lot of these questions, well, how do I become confident, are excuses. Like you don't know, it's just a choice. Okay. And leveling up is part of becoming the best person you can be. Like when people ask you, well, how do you have so much high self-esteem? It's just a choice. That's all. I just decided to one day when I woke up, I said, you know what? I love myself and I'm too good for that. It was just a choice. That's all it was. A conscious decision. Now, thank you. If you keep asking that question over and over because you think you lack something, you lack decision making skills, which means you don't know how to make a decision. Just make one. That's it. There's no steps to it, you know. So many people don't understand things this simple, and they overcomplicate everything. That's why their life is overcomplicated. Loving yourself, making one decision, and moving forward is all most women have to do to have a better life. That's pretty much it. Um, do you let them know while you're nope, you don't let them know nothing. The less, what did I say? The less someone knows, the better. Okay? The less someone knows, the better. Because then they're going to try to fix it in only one area. It's like you telling someone your password. It's silly. If they don't know what to fix, they're going to fix everything, right? Okay. You feel bad not letting them know, then that's on your conscience. Okay. They don't feel bad about not letting you know, because if they ghost you, they don't care about your little feelings ever. And if you care about theirs more than they care about yours, then you love them more than you love yourself. You see? So you have to think about that. If they wouldn't do it for you, why would you do it for them? Unless you're just a service oriented giver who doesn't care about receiving, then give your all. Hmm. And don't get mad when no one returns the favor because you are a giver, not a receiver. Um, and that's another thing that women often are so upset about, and their egos are overinflated because they feel like if they gave, they are entitled to receive. And I've said this on many videos. You are not entitled to receive anything if you gave freely. If you gave freely, if you cooked, cleaned, and did all these things for somebody freely out of the kindness of your heart, you they don't owe you nothing. Nothing. That's why the woman who doesn't cook, clean, or do anything, and the woman who did, when they when those type of women get divorced, one is bitter and one is ready to be free and move forward with no issue because she didn't put more into the marriage than the other woman did who didn't get anything as well. The one who cooked, clean, scrubbed floors can divorce the same as the one who didn't cook, clean, or scrub floors. One will be bitter and angry and would never get over it. The other one will be like celebrating and having a divorce party, getting ready to go find her a new man. All right. So think about it like that. Um, One loved herself more than the other. Okay. Because she wasn't somebody's maid and she wasn't doing anything free. And when she was done, she was done. Since you become spiritual, you have lost your desire to date. You don't feel like yourself. I used to love to date and actually pretty damn annoying. It's actually pretty damn. How can you get past this? Separated. It's two different worlds. Okay, separated. If I based who I ended up with on a spiritual thing, then I wouldn't be with somebody. You know, this is the physical world. Okay, take care of your needs, such as clothing, shelter, finances. Has nothing to do with your spiritual at this time. You know, um, because you won't have time to be spiritual if you have to go to work. Okay. You won't have time to read spiritual books, and this magnetic lash is bothering me. You won't have time to read spiritual books if you sitting here, being picky, unless you reading them at work. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to lump it all together. It doesn't work like that. Hmm. How do you deal with a husband who feared to show love after separation, which is a change of behavior? I don't care about showing love. I don't care about that. You show some money. You take care of my needs while I'm on this planet, this 3D Earth, or as the spiritual question was, are you taking care of all my needs? I don't care. I get a cat. I get a dog. I get some kids. I'll love myself. You don't. Why do you need someone to give you love? You don't love yourself enough. That's my question. You know. So make sure that's not who cares? Are they paying all them bills? Thank you, B. You've helped me so much in the past few months. Thank you, Sheila. Oh, thank you for that generous donation. I really appreciate that. Man, that was nice. Um, right. And here's the thing, you won't care if other people love you or not because you love yourself. As long as they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, then that's all. That's all that matters. You want to break things off with your fiance? We live together, but I will be struggling without his help. I wrote him a letter and ready to move out. What about my current look? You need to be thinking about money before you think about leaving somebody that's helping you. That's silly. If you haven't found a replacement, you just don't want to be with somebody and you'd rather struggle and be broke, well, it's going to be harder to get back on your feet to find someone better. You're just going to get worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Why do you got to tell him that you're trying to leave? Why don't you just stay, save up, and then let it be a surprise that you're gone? Think smart. Most women have so much ego that they have to let Everybody know what's wrong and why they leaving and why they mad. If you just disappear, have your plan in place months ahead, you will always win. Y'all care too much. Y'all want too much attention and love and affection. Get a damn cat or a dog, okay? Because that's all you're doing. Whenever I see people, well, I told him this and I told him I was leaving, and I'm this and I'm that, and I can't afford to leave, but I'm gonna leave too, and da 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 da. Da. But then you're gonna be broke and homeless. Why don't you just shut up? And I'm not being rude. I'm saying this to everyone in general. Shut mouth, plan, save, leave, be better. Okay? Stop being all emotional. Those emotions never pay off. Never. Never one time has emotion paid off. Okay? But thinking and strategy has every time. Y'all got to get out of that. Okay? um, I can I start offering counseling? No, because I would be a bad counselor because I would tell you straight up, like, no, that's not an excuse. And I'm not here to counsel you. I'm just gonna tell you what to do. Go do it. That's it. If you don't do it, then don't come back. That would be my counseling. Go do this. If you don't do it, don't come back. That would be it. So as women become more logical, that forces men to be more emotional, right? No, it forces them to do right. It forces them to do what is needed or necessary to do because they're no longer depending on your kindness or servitude to buy them time. Okay. They know you're serious. They're gonna have to get serious about it. Hmm. I have been watching your videos. One upgrade level. I'm 30, catch a 40-year-old man. I'm already getting plane. Good. Plane tickets. I hope they're to somewhere else and not to his house. Okay. Because I've talked about that already, but you'll learn. um, right. Just give just give his ring back and leave. What the heck? Just give his ring back? I know I just didn't read that. At first, I couldn't take you, Shira, but man, oh man, everything you are teaching has given me a boost in confidence, and now I'm in control of me. The level up has begun. Oh, wow. Thank you. Yeah. Most people, I'm too much for in the beginning until they experience what I talk about. Thank you, girl, for that donation, by the way. But when they experience it firsthand, then my voice rings in their head. I told y'all, put yourself first, love yourself, and you will be treated just the same as you treat yourself. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Keep that ring. Don't give nothing back. So you go give him a fake Walmart copy of the ring. Go get a fake Walmart copy. Give him his little fake Walmart ring that he thinks is his ring. Go get the look-alike and give it back to him if you just so adamant about giving it back. Go scam him. And then when he asks you, well, this ain't real, if he finds out, just say, well, I lost the real one and I didn't want to tell you. And then that's your ring. And if it had insurance on it, which it should have if it was decent, then he can go get the insurance money for it. But if okay. I keep my ring and upgrade to diamond earrings. Exactly. Don't ever give a ring back. Mhm. Hi, Sharon. Okay. Well, we'll see. Pawn shops are ripoffs. Oh, she won't be sued by Dusty. You can't sue if it was a gift. Okay, it was a gift. Oh, what's this? Oh, my daughter. She always texting me from school. Yeah, so make sure you put yourself first. Um, you can't stop thinking about NYX who was a guy, who was a 50-50 guy. Then hit yourself in the brain till you forget. um, I if I was thinking about an ex who was a 50-50 guy, it would be more of a gag reflex, like I would want to throw up. So I hope that's how you're feeling and not any other type of way. Because if you do, that means you are a 50-50 chick at heart. That means you accepted that crap and you still like him for it, even though he was exploiting you. Okay. Because if you have a boyfriend and he's 50-50 and you sleeping with him and he's expecting you to pay 50%, he just exploited you. Okay. It's the same thing as being exploited. So you like being exploited, I see. Um, it's called well, no. What's it called? When the kidnapper falls, the kidnap victim falls in love with the kidnapper. What's that disorder? That's what I call it. Stockholm syndrome. Exactly. You still thinking about an ex that made you pay for stuff? You have Stockholm syndrome. You know better than that now. Mhm. And you thinking of an ex who never gave you anything. Wow. Shira. Yeah. Anyway, remember it also reflects on you. Like you don't love yourself if you still thinking about someone who didn't care enough for you to provide for you. Unless y'all was in high school, then it's understandable. But if you're grown and they're grown and they were making you pay for a bunch of stuff, Stockholm syndrome, straight up. Hmm. So, dating an actor, how do you deal with the other women? Have date some more actors. That's how you deal with other women. Date another actor or date someone else at the same time. I told y'all, stop talking about. And actors are going to date other women. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. Accept it, take some pictures. The next person you end up with that you can brag and say you used to date that actor, which will up your value, and maybe you'll get somebody with some real money. There you go. Use them as a stepping stone to make yourself look more valuable in the future. Take some pictures. Say, oh, I used to date such and such. That way you'll look like a catch because probably won't end up with them. Use them for what they're worth and how they can make you look. That's it. Um, mhm. And I'm giving real information because a lot of you ladies live in fairy tale land and y'all need to know the truth. Y'all need to know the truth because if you don't know the truth, you're going to fall for anything. You'll fall for anything. You'll be like, oh, well, I thought he liked me. Well, how come he's seeing other women? I thought I was enough. Yeah, you are enough for yourself, but men, they're going to do what they have available. They're going to take advantage of what they have available to them. Thank you, Pearl. Thank you for opening my eyes. Oh, thank you for that generous donation. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Pearl. Um, your sugar daddy says he's looking for a relationship. When do I ask him for money? Um, well, he's not really a sugar daddy until you have gotten a lot of money from him. And then tell him what you require in a relationship. What you require is all bills paid and that you no longer work. That is what will take you off the market. All bills paid every month and no longer have to work with a monthly deposit into your account for a to take care of your needs and some of your wants. Okay. Otherwise, you don't need a relationship. Tell him you want some jewelry. That if he doesn't show up with jewelry the next time you see him, then don't see him again. It's that simple. Y'all make stuff too hard. Men learn quick, okay? Men learn quick if women teach them how to treat them. If you say you want some jewelry and the next time you see the person and they don't have jewelry, then you start avoiding them. You start ghosting them, okay? If they ask you what's wrong, just like, "Oh, nothing." You know. And if you have to spell it out one more time, it's like, "I really want some jewelry." They don't react, then ghost them, you know. That's what you want from them and they can't deliver, then what do you need them for? Okay? Don't waste time on people because all they're going to do is convince you don't need some jewelry or do something extra and give you a little $99, stuff they bought in a cart in the mall. And you're going to think it's all that because you worked hard for it. Okay? You're going to work hard for some crap just because you want to say that you got jewelry from a man. If you say, "I want some jewelry, I like jewelry," a couple of times and they haven't given you anything yet, then they don't want to give you nothing. Okay. I mean, why would a woman tell a man she likes jewelry if she didn't want him to buy it? Hmm. Men flirt and compliment a lot around my man. He gets frustrated with me. It's awkward. He's a great provider. How do I handle this? Stop going out in public with him. Take him to places with a bunch of old people. Take him to a bunch of places where no one is going to even look for you. You know, mhm. Stop going around a lot of people in public. Go to places where that's not going to happen. Hmm. Go to dinner instead of clubs or lounges, right? Because, I could say the same thing. If I went out, I got dressed up, my cute outfit, and went out with James all the time in places, in social places where, men were out looking for women and they happened to see me walking to the restroom or at the bar stand. They didn't know I was with him. They're gonna come on. And that's something that you can't help because you're in a social environment where men are supposed to do that. But if I went out to dinner, that's less likely to happen. If I went to the movies, that's less likely to happen. If I go, we go out or go traveling and stuff like that, it's less likely to happen because you're doing a couple thing. You're not at a club or at a bar, you know. Um, if you have a job, how can you trust a man to continue to pay you once you quit working? Get you a large amount from him first, stack it in your savings so that if anything does happen, you're able to go a period of time until you get another job or another man to pay. So have that little backup money. Okay. Have the backup money. You should have a savings already. If you're not working and he's giving you money, you should be stacking your money that he's giving you, or at least half of it. Hmm. When you're late, so yeah, that's another thing with loving yourself. When someone gives you a chunk of change, you don't go spend it all. You save some for yourself in the future, or you invest it or you start your own business for yourself. You don't sorry, y'all. You don't sit there and spend it all on some crap that's going to be out of style in 1 year. You save or you invest back into yourself. Hmm. And a man will most likely give you more money if he sees that it's not going to junk, but going to something worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Um, Cash, yeah, that's a good idea too. Have cash because, or have your own bank account, credit cards, whatever. Cash. Someone says hide it around the house in case they try to take your, in case they go crazy and try to take your purse. Have some in your sock drawer. I don't know. Um, what if he asks for all his money back when you break up? Then he'll be talking to himself because I ain't gonna hear none of that. I'm temporarily deaf. Okay. Sure, I told my husband of 6 years I want to quit working and him to take care of me. Good for you. I hope he does. You just broke it to a guy that you want all your bills paid and to be off the market. Pray for you. You can do it. Thank you. Do you have any advice for a teen that wants to level up? You don't have any friends. Just be your best. Just be your best. Look your best. Dress your best. Hang around people that you want to be like instead of people that you don't want to be like. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Look the best you can look. Mhm. When playing dumb, they know they should be doing right. What do you say if you need anything, let me know. Best way to answer that question, Sherry. You don't go straight for the cash register. Um, I mean, if I need something or if I want something, I'm gonna let them know. Well, there is this nice such and such that I really like. I'm gonna say it right then and there. I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna say something right then and there. I'm not gonna pass the opportunity because if someone asks you that and you don't say anything right then and there, you've passed the opportunity. Okay. The opportunity has passed. Because then when you come back and say you need something, then it's like you're asking instead of him offering. So you need to say something right then and there. I don't care what it is. Have something on hand to say all the time. Well, I do need some new tires. Well, I do need this. Well, I do want that. There you go. Will I ever get over my crush on you? I don't know. Any tips on finding a sugar daddy? I'm new to this, but I'm curious as how to put myself if there is one. You got to look really good because and be, they have to be a certain age difference. There has to be a certain age difference there for that to be a sugar daddy. Um, thank you. What if what to do if multiple men want my attention when freestyling? Let the best one win. Entertain them both. Let them compete. Like, oh, that's so. Introduce them to each other. Like, this is such and such. This and such and such. Then listen to their conversation because they're going to try to brag on themselves to each other, and the man with the most is gonna win. The man with the most will win. Men know who got what. Introduce them to each other. The man with the most will win because that's what they're used to doing, winning. Or they'll wait for the other one to leave or you to dismiss them. They'll give you the option and choice. Because a lot of people watch people before they even approach them. You know, if that person has been watching you and seeing you dismiss people, and if there's two people at the same time trying to talk to you, um, it could be more of an ego or a competition and not even about you, you know. So for me, I might have to just, I have a certain type. Whichever one is closer to my type, That's the one I'm going with. Mhm. Mhm. Thank you. Hey, Sheer, my husband and I are on the fence about things. I need your guidance, please. Can I book a? I don't fix Dusties, baby. I don't fix Dusties. If you married him like he is, that's what you married. You can't change a person after you've already married. I don't do that. I can't help you. You've already married him as he was, just like he married you as you were. You know what I'm saying? If it's about changing him, I can't change him. All you can do is change yourself and let him change by himself. But you just have to change yourself. If you level up, if you do what you need to do, and he looks like he's not hanging in there, or he's not, able to live up to your standards anymore, then the separation is going to be natural. So you can't change no man. You can only change yourself. If they want to come with you, if they want to upgrade themselves with you onto the next level, they're coming too. If not, then you have outgrown them, and that's just it. Okay, but I can't fix nobody's marriage. You married him like that, and that's what he thought you were. So either you change and leave, or he needs to change with you after he sees you leveling up. Then if he doesn't, and if he's upset about it, that means he didn't want someone leveled up. And he wanted someone that was the person you were when you guys got married. That's what he wanted. Hmm. My ex said I wasn't a real woman because I didn't split the bills with him. He's 30, girl. Said I was childish for thinking. Yeah, he's 30, so that don't count. You can't get a 30-year-old man to pay all your bills. Mhm. And how can I handle it if I'm 38, divorced with 3-year-old kids and no family around? I know someone that has a similar life and they have plenty of sugar daddies. You level up, you go out and date older men with money. That's basically it. Hmm. Get you some babysitters, call a nanny, have the sugar daddy pay for it. Until then, when they're in school, if they're school age, go out during the day. Find ways to go out. Hmm. Thank you. Sure, he don't want me because he has a girlfriend, and I tried to get him, but he likes me too. What can I do to have his trust and be nice, girl? He don't want me. You just said the key word. He don't want me. That's all you need. Put a period right there at the end of that sentence and go find somebody else. Um, if a man is saying we should go our separate ways all the time but doesn't leave, you think women should leave the home. No, you should stay there like an idiot and wait for him to get his stuff together and leave you for a younger woman so he can save up his money because that's all he's telling you. That's code for I'm getting ready to leave your dumb ass. Okay. Okay. Start saving your money. Your 58-year-old mother is scared of your advice. I told her she's not trying to level up. I'm 25 and I'm trying to be in the house with multiple businesses and his money. Yeah, I could see why she would be weary of my advice, but tell her it's a whole different time. We have to be this way. What if a wealthy guy is into me but still obsessed with his ex? How do I make it work in my favor? Having another wealthy man. who's not obsessed with his ex. If he's still obsessed with his ex, you're the placeholder. That means he don't take you seriously. Get the money you can get and go date someone else. He love you, but he don't want to hurt your feelings, right? Sure, I need to figure out my blockage so I can release it. Your blockage is your own self. That's mostly what it is. It means you don't love yourself, you don't treat yourself the best, and so no one else does. Treat yourself the best, and everyone else will. If you give yourself the best, when you walk into a room and everything on you says, I love myself, I'm the best, nobody can tell me anything, that's how everybody else will treat you. That's it. If that's how you walk into a room, that's how people will treat you because that's the energy you're going to be giving off. When you see someone walk in the room and you know that they're important and they're the best, and A, B, C, and D, everyone gravitates towards them because that energy is what people want. That's what you need to be. If you can't be that, work on it. Become it. Fake it till you make it. I don't know. Most people's blockage is their inability to make a decision to put themselves first. That's it. That's your block. You don't put yourself first. That's everybody's block. Put yourself first. Right. Shira, I'm plus size. Should I date now or wait until I lose the weight? When freestyling, I know they won't. There will be more options. Well, I would date regardless. I don't care what size I am. I'm going to date, and I'm going to watch the quality of men get better as I lose weight. And also might even motivate you to do better because if you see the type of guys that are going to approach you and that what they're not going to do for you, it's going to motivate you to lose more weight. It's going to be like, okay, well, this man did offer me a thing, so let me lose 10 more pounds and see what happens. Okay, well, this man is okay, it's getting better. Oh, what? It's getting better. Oh, what? Oh, look, I have all these options now. So I would suggest you wait so that you can see and understand so that you can be more motivated. Hmm. That's right. Date at any size. It's just going to give you more motivation. Freestyling is dating, going out to catch attention. Okay. Um, First date with a millionaire tomorrow. Any suggestions? Yay. Just let them do all the talking, smile, and be very seductive, but not fake with it. And remember that you don't treat them like normal men. Okay. They don't, yeah. You got to give them their props, respect, but also you have to let them know you're also the prize. Like that you don't really need them, but you're interested in them. That's all. Like, oh, I'm interested in you, but I'm not going to die or cry and be crazy and call you. Remember that lady that called that man like 50,000 times and the judge had to like arrest her? Like you won't become like that. That's all they need to know. Like, act like you're used to it. If a millionaire, if you're dating a millionaire and they think that you're used to dating men like that, they can relax a little bit more because they already know that you're the type of woman that will understand and knows how to deal with them. You know, counseling all these damaged women to damage others. LOL. Yeah, but who damaged them? You know. So in what's that country? I don't know which country it is. It's somewhere in Asia. It's either China, where they take a broken glass and fill it the cracks with gold instead of replacing the glass. So the damage becomes more valuable. So you turn the damage into profit, which is exactly what I'm doing. It's called alchemy. Japan. Thank you. So yeah, that's what they do in Japan. They take the damage and they pour gold into the cracks, and then the damage makes the cup or the bowl worth even more. So yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking what men did and profiting them, the women who were damaged from it, from your damage as a man to these women. So thank you. The only thing you do when you damage a woman is send her on over to here and up her value. That's all you're doing these days. Because as soon as they get heartbroken, they online trying to figure out something, and I might pop up. I just might pop up. Um, how do you take money from your husband when he sleep? Get that credit card, go online, go shop, or put it in your PayPal. Get it. I'm about to pull this off, y'all. I'm tired of it. Sorry, I'll match it. They were magnetic, and he'll get on my nerves today because I didn't put one on right. Okay. Sure. I'm in college, and I wonder if I should wait until I have money. Uh, If you have to wait to level up, you can use what you got to level up. Use all the makeup you got. Dress the best with the best clothes you have. Go to the nicest places you can afford, or date the men with the most money that you can find. You don't have to do anything different to level up. Use what you have until you have more. That's it. Um, how do you trick him into giving you the lump sum before you quit your job? Mm, Tell him you double your bill money. Tell him you have bills. Can you help me pay them? So you lost your job, secretly still be working and stacking your money. Tell him you need bill money because you lost your job. So now you're getting your paycheck plus his money for the bills that you've doubled. Or you can just ask him. If he likes you a lot, he'll just give it to you. If not, that's how you got to do it. Yeah. He, how do you feel about women who say you have to have money to get a man with money? I feel like they're ugly. Because you could find a broke woman who looks really good and get a man with money. You know, those women are those what I call the tax refund women or the Bob the Builder chicks. You know, they end up building up a man for another woman who looks good and with no money. So I don't think so. Right? I would never ever. Why would you? Okay, here's my question. Why would you need a man if you can do for yourself what he can do, what he's not going to do for you? That's my question. Why do you even need one if you already got money? Why do you need one? Exactly. You could have many, just like they do. You know. So men men with money prefer broke women, or a woman that needs them. You know. Use. Is it bad I look too young? People think I'm like 16. Put some more makeup on. Get you some heels and wear a dress. Mm-hmm. Mini Bob the Builders. If a guy says he will meet you for a date on a particular day, but when the date comes, he doesn't call or text, am I supposed to call them? No. Don't even show up to the date. Because, first of all, if they don't call or text, and they're not concerned. They probably forgot, or they don't even know they have a date, right? It's not you who's supposed to make the date or confirm the date. Okay. If they don't call or confirm, then you don't have a date. Is it still possible to level up if you don't have a car? It is, but you need to work on getting a car. It's very possible. Look the best you can look with what you have. Take Uber. Find some. Go get you the oldest, richest man you can find at whatever you're working with, and have him give you a down payment to a car. Down payments aren't that much these days. Hmm. Why do women need a car? Well, in America or in certain states, you got to drive everywhere. I don't know. Like I said, I can only speak from where I am from. I don't know. Mhm. I'm really bad at asking for money. How do I fix it? Make a decision to just ask. Baby, I need some help this month. My mom needed to borrow some money. Do you think you can help me out with some of my bills? That's it. You're either going to get a yes or a no. If you're scared to ask, you're going to get a nothing. Okay? Just ask. It doesn't bother anything to ask if you ask in that type of way. What if a guy is trying to court me, but he has very little money? How do I have him pay for the small things like dinner, etc.? Don't date a guy with very little money. You're wasting your time and his time. Okay? He can't afford to date. Send him back until he can afford to date. Okay? Why are you gonna take his little money that he got? Mhm. Would I take care of your husband's family member who are disabled? Yeah, if my husband was a millionaire and could hire a nurse, I sure would. Take care of that nurse's paycheck. Hmm. um, Thank you. You're they canceled a date, work related issue. I'm trying to be understanding of his schedule. He says he's sorry and that he'll make it up to me. What would be an appropriate favor to ask for a $400 treat? Um, Let him know that you moved a lot of things around in your schedule that cost you money, and see if he offers you anything like compensation. Like, well, I had a business meeting, or I had a, something where I was going to get paid for A, B, C, and D, and I canceled it, and da 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 da. Da. I already paid to get my hair. I already paid for the salon. I already paid for this in anticipation. So, and see what happens and get, or, like I said, that's why you should always have more than one because you have another date already. That's why you need more than one because if you met him online, chances are he met somebody better looking and he's going to meet with her instead. Okay. If you've been with him for a while and he's canceled, he's probably got him more than one. Are you sitting up there waiting on one? Because a man would move around his work schedule if he really liked you. Hey, Tap, thank you for the donation. Thanks for stopping by. Or he would say, well, let's meet later on or earlier. Or he would give you another date. Like, let's meet tomorrow morning or for breakfast, or let's meet after work because you're not going to work all night. Okay. I mean, if I was going to go on a date, okay, most dates starts around 7 or 8. Most people get off around 4 or 5 o'clock. Okay. What type of business is going to keep him working to 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night? Hmm. Or he could say, well, I'm going to be at work for a few hours, but let's meet somewhere close to my job. And, you know, I'll step out and then, but I have to get right back if he really likes you, So you got to think about it. He just found a better option for that night. Hmm. Thank you for speaking the facts. Right. You lost a lot of time with a Dusty. Mm. Oh, I need to send him a rock. Well, I think y'all get the picture. Put yourself first. Stop asking silly questions and do what's best for you only. You know, you'll be good. You got to be a lot of selfish, not a little selfish, but a lot of selfish. Because think about it. If someone knows that you're selfish, like if a man knows you're selfish, they're not going to come half stepping, especially if they like you a lot. They're not going to come half stepping. They're not going to offer you some crap. And they'll accept your selfishness because it's just you have high value of yourself. That's all that is. Thank you, Andrea Lewis. Thank you, girl, for the donation. I appreciate it. So, what's selfish to you is normal. It might be selfish to them because they're used to pick me chicks, but that's just normal to put yourself first. You don't see them bending over backwards for you and putting you first without you doing it first. You know what I'm saying? They have to be taught how to treat you. If you can't teach them, they're not gonna learn. They're gonna treat you just like the last one. They're gonna treat you just like they treated Sharkeisha down the street, who didn't love herself because they don't know how to treat you because you haven't taught them. Okay, because they don't know any better. Maybe they never ran into somebody like you, or maybe they have. Maybe they forgot how to treat you, so you need to remind them. Hmm. And once they're reminded, either they'll follow suit or they'll get out of the way and let somebody else handle it. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Good for you. You tried what I said about making them jealous, posting a picture of where you usually go. He was calling me like crazy. Good for you. How do you build your wardrobe around attracting a wealthy man? Dress for the lifestyle that you want. Okay. Most wealthy men aren't attracted to sleazy. They're not attracted to um, ratchet. They're not attracted to stuff that you can buy off of at Rainbow. So you got to dress for the lifestyle you want, or at least in that style. You can't be wearing certain things that are trendy because most wealthy men have to go in wealthy circles, have to hang out in certain areas. They have different, you know, uh, social circles. So what works over here does not necessarily work over there. You know, diamond stud versus giant gold loops. You know, shorter nails versus blinged out claws. Um, natural color hair that matches, you know, your look versus hair that stands out across the room. You know, so yeah, it's a big difference. Sure, I'm an intelligent woman who was expecting real women on here to be a certain level, to have quality conversations, yet these ladies sound like 15-year-olds. Yeah. That's because y'all stopped listening after 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you're zoned out. You don't hear nothing we say anymore. So why should we even bother creating a deep conversation? We save that for people who are invested into us. Um, I know I don't get into deep conversations with people I know can't pay my bills, baby. Okay? That's reserved for someone who deserves that. Because I do have really deep, deep conversation, and most people wouldn't even be able to understand it. So I don't even bother. But and even if they are a good catch, they still wouldn't really understand. So I just keep it simple. Mhm. Men want a deep conversation until the woman is smarter than them. Then they don't want to talk anymore. When men want a deep conversation until the woman has more accomplishments than them, or speaks about her career, her goals and accomplishments and stuff like that, then they don't want to hear it anymore. So it's just a waste of time. Wow. I wouldn't bother. It's just a waste of time for me. Like, okay. As soon as you start talking, they're gonna be like, dang, she's smarter than me. I can't impress her. She's had this, she's been here, she's been there, I can't impress her. So just shut up, play dumb, and tell them what they want to hear and lie. That's all you gotta do. Because most of the time, you know, a lot of women are very accomplished. They're only sounding like they're 15 years old on here because they're not used to someone telling them the truth about men. So, they thought y'all liked an accomplished woman. They thought that y'all would be impressed by a smart woman. But then when they found out that you weren't, they have to come over to channels like these and learn otherwise. So that's why men are attracted to all types of women. Watch what looks good on you. It ain't that deep. Actually, flashy clothes attract the eye, and you can be sexy, fully clothed, and lovely. Yeah. hmm We are trying to get in the chats too. How long should I wait to ask him for money? If he really likes you, he'll offer you money. You won't have to ask. He'll just say, you need anything? And then that's when you say it. If he don't like you and he ain't asking, then probably doesn't like you that much. If you know he likes you a lot, then you can ask at any time. An older woman told me I was selfish because I put myself first. I told her, I guess I'm selfish. Yep. I respect you, Shira, but as a female, women could think better on a different level. Yeah, it's called strategy. It's called strategy. And that is the highest level of thinking because you're strategizing and you're thinking ahead and you're planning for future reactions. So, yes, a woman could be good um, if she shared all these things, but she's just exposed herself at that point. If a man doesn't know that you know certain things, he cannot get over on you. He doesn't see you coming from a mile away, and he doesn't try to pull the same tricks on you as he will pull on a woman who gives everything and tells everything. He knows your weaknesses. He knows what you like and what you don't like. He knows all of that in order to be able to control and manipulate you because you want to be a quote unquote good woman. But a good woman finishes last all the time. Believe me. Mhm. A good woman is good to herself and her children, not no man. But he calls her a good woman because she took care of herself and he respects her. You see, there's a difference. A good woman is respected, not walked on. because you'll be that good woman and then he'll leave you for some other woman and then go and call her a good woman. Okay. When she was just a husband or a boyfriend thief. You see? When guys say that they want a woman to get, what does that mean? Want woman that's hard to get, that means not every man has had her, not every man can get her. She's a challenge and she doesn't sleep with everything walking and she doesn't fall for every lie told. It means she values herself. Hmm. So it used to be easy for Dusty to make you feel guilty. Yeah, no, nothing could make me feel guilty. I'm sorry, except for my kids, and they know sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. That's it. Not in a grown man. Okay. Mm-hmm. Doo doo. Men love selectively hard to get women. Oh, okay. Give the chat an assignment. Okay, assignment number one: stop caring what other people think that you're trying to date, and only consider yourself. There you go. They can't if they can't meet your standards, then don't bother continuing to see them. It's a waste of time. Have you experienced some of these pains? No, but I've seen other women that have, and I know many women who have. Hmm. I date older men, so I'm usually the one that takes them from the Bob the Builder. Okay. So I might have experienced it on the other side of things, but not from that side because I'm smarter than that. I'm too smart to ever have been on that side. You see what I'm saying? I see that as the short end of the stick. So why would I even pick it up? Hmm. If I ever got my heart broken, yeah, when I was a teenager in the 12th grade, like most people, you know, high school puppy love that wasn't based on money. Of course, I think everyone has. Hmm. But not by no grown man. And when over 18, if you're over 18, you look decent, you smart, you don't really need to fall in love at that point if you've already been in love a couple of times. You don't really need to fall in love. You need to fall in like they need to fall in love. You see? They need to fall in love, not you. And when they fall in love, they'll give you whatever you want. And then you decide if you want to love them. That's how it should go. If not, then you'll always be falling and picking yourself back up and falling and picking yourself back up and falling and picking yourself back up and falling again until you are too old to get up and you need life alert. Okay? Yeah. Stop looking for love. Look for good qualities. Exactly. What if a rich man says he has no expectations but keep flirting, asking for some money? Okay. Well, I have some expectations. I want to go shopping. Well, I have some expectations. I would like to go do this and that. Just because he don't have none don't mean you don't have none, right? Mhm. You falling in love and he dumped me and now you can't get up. Well, you better roll over. You better keep rolling, rolling, roll. You better roll to your neighbor's house. Um, Sheer advice on how to build confidence. Choose to put yourself first. Choose to be confident. Okay, that's it. There is no magical formula. It's just you choose to. You don't care what other people have said about you. Know who you are, know what you are, know what you think of yourself. A woman that loves herself does not need confidence because she loves herself. You see, it is confidence. Self love is confidence. So if a person puts themselves first and they put themselves as a priority and they have standards, that is confidence. Okay. That's all it is. Hmm. If a man told you after 1 month he loved you, and if you got married, it would be 50-50. Leah, he loved half your paycheck. He loved half that money. That's what he loves. Because that's not loving you. Mhm. Right. I like to give people, you like to give to people, but you realize you need to choose worthy people, children, and good people, good cause. And yes, myself. Give to yourself first, then give to others that need your help, not want it. You know what I'm saying? Like children that can't go out and do for themselves. Yeah, you can give to charity, but that's it. Hmm. My best friend is a medical doctor, 34, and had a musician for a boyfriend. That boyfriend lives in Florida. She lives in Arizona. They don't get to see each other often. Okay, sounds like an arranged marriage. Mm, I wouldn't call them a couple. Mhm. A man that doesn't love his money more than a woman is crazy. Hmm. That's fine because you got to love money to get a woman in the first place. Because if you love money, then you're going to find money, you're going to make money, you're going to have money to spend on a woman. So that is correct. A man should love money more than he loves a woman. That way he'll have it when the woman arrives. I agree. Mhm. A man who loves a woman more than he loves money don't got no money. Mhm. Right? Money is the root of all evil. No, no, it's not. It's a tool. Mhm. The lack of money is the root of evil. Because when you don't have it, what are you going to do? Steal, rob, kill. Greed is evil, not money. Wanting more than you need, being greedy is evil. Having 5 yachts when there's people starving in the world is evil. But wanting to, live a decent life is not evil. I don't know. That's why I don't really buy into that. The love of money. Yeah, the love of money equals greed. You have enough, but you want more. That's greed. Hmm. Money is a tool, exactly. Can guys sleep alone? Sure. Good night. They sleep alone all the time, right? Money is absolutely not the root of all. Okay, yeah, that's right. The love of money is evil, but money itself isn't. Right. So yeah, money is not evil. It's the lack of money or the greed that makes people do evil things. Because money is an inanimate object. A person who is greedy will do evil things to get more money that they don't need. You see, that's a difference. Money is not evil. Those people that changed due to money, they were always that way. They were always that way. They just couldn't afford to show you. People with money, all it does is just bring out who they really are, truly. Mhm. That's just like if you have a Dusty laying on your couch right now and they all of a sudden won the lottery, they would change because they don't really like you. Okay? They are there because they need you, not because they want to be with you. They change because that's who they really are. And it's sad, but think about it. We all know if whoever we're with right now were to run into a lot of money, that they would probably go and find someone better than we are. I mean, look at Diddy. As soon as he blew up, left his baby mama. Look at everyone who's blown up. They always want better. Mhm. Because once you get a certain amount of money, your status raises. You can't be seen out on the red carpet with Sharkeisha anymore, even though Sharkeisha loved you when you had nothing. You can't come you and especially if she can't level up right and she can't compare with all the other women that your competition or your rivals or your co entertainers or whatever are bringing on their arm. They can't compete. So what do? They go and replace you because they have to. They'll keep you as baby mama or they might give you some money, but in all actuality, they can't bring you with them if you don't fit into that lifestyle. So, but then you have couples that, like, one person has gotten rich and famous, and that other person was able to transition. They were able to transition. Hold on. So yeah, your boyfriend just gave you money. If I ask, how can do he pay bills for all my bills? Ask him. I mean, if does he have the money to pay your bills? First of all, he has to have the money and on a comfortable level in order to do it. But here's the thing, because I think I have to explain things very carefully to some people because they don't really put stuff together. If the man that you're with, yeah, okay. So if he has the money, not barely, but if he has it over and over and over, and it's not a problem, if it's like buying, a nice pair of shoes, if paying your bills is like buying a nice pair of shoes to him or a couple of outfits, then yes, you should ask him. If it's too hard, if he's going to struggle, if he's not going to make his own bills, then no, do not ask him because that he can't afford it. Do some type of texting at the same time. Mhm. Um, can a married older man with 3 kids be a sugar daddy? He's a lawyer. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Some lawyers don't make a lot of money. He got 3 kids. Does he live with her? Married? She getting all that money and them kids. Don't sound like he'll have anything left over unless he's like a super rich attorney. Mhm. Aw, your husband takes care of you. That's so nice. He told you to sell your part in the farm. Oh, that's nice. Um, Everyone is going materialistic, but still there are people who prefer relationships than money. That's true. And when they get about 40 years old, and that man starts to look at them different, like their mother, and that man wants a 22 or a 23-year-old, then that woman regrets exactly going for a relationship for a relationship. Hmm. Yeah, I'll say that now. But men don't think like women. You got to think far ahead into your future. You got to think far ahead into your future because men don't. So you have to. Okay. A man think you're going to stay looking like 22 forever until you start looking like his mom. After you done had some of his kids and start yelling at him and asking him questions and telling him and nagging him and reminding him of his mother. Then when he get his career up and going and thriving, and he just don't want to come home. So he goes to the bar, meets a 22-year-old who doesn't nag, who thinks he's all that, who looks better than you, who has an exciting lookout on life. He's gonna start falling for that. Thank you for real, Renee. You're helping so many people. Thank you. So yeah, go ahead and go for the real relationship if you want. Make sure he's about 20 years older than you though. That way, you'll always look good to him and you can leave at any time and upgrade. Mhm. Okay. What if he was supposed to give you money for your bills, but he gets mad when you didn't respond to the text? Okay, that's why you do the automatic deposit. Don't talk to him till that automatic deposit is set up monthly, you know. And when it's bill time, don't pick any dumb arguments. That's stupid. Play nice till you get your money. Then be mad and don't talk to him anymore until it's almost bill time again, just like the police do. When it's time for that end of the month, they give everybody tickets so they can meet their quota. You don't see them till like the 28th, the 29th. So wait before you get mad. That's silly. Play nice, lie, get your money, then be mad. Now you got to go apologize and tell him you're sorry. Now he's going to get the upper hand. But if you have more than one, you wouldn't have any problem because you already have some money. Hmm. That's a dusty, right? So get you more than one. I keep telling y'all. No why. Y'all don't listen. You have nothing in common. The rich guy you're dating. Just let him talk about himself. Ask him about his childhood, what he likes to do. It's about him. Just let him talk. You don't have to have anything in common. The only thing you need to have in common is that you want money and he got money. Okay. How do I get upset if he's entertaining others? Do I get upset if he's entertaining others, but I'm still getting what I want? If you want to lose it, yes. Like I said, why are you even upset? You got what you want? Good. You got what you want. What's the problem? What are you competing for? What you want or him? That's my question. If I got what I want, I'm not even trying to talk or call somebody anymore. I'm just like, okay, I'll see you next week. Thanks. I'm out. On to the next. That's why if you have more than one, you're not worried about that one. So get more than one. That is the best thing you can do. At least get two. That way you're not worried about the other one because you just go out with the other one. Mhm. Mhm. Guy has money, but he's always making condescending comments about how I'm American and he's West Indian and all American women are lazy. And say that's why you're attracted to them because they're not acting like your mama cooking and cleaning for you. You want your mama? Go. You want someone like your mom? Go get her. Okay. Leave us American lazy women alone. We have too much expectations. You can't afford American women. You don't know how to treat American women. We like maids. We not the maid. We like maids. Put yourself on the pedestal that he tries to take you off of. Okay? That's how you do it. It's like, yeah, I'm not a maid, baby. I don't cook and clean. Uh-uh. And if I do, it's because I want to. And you earned it, or it's a special occasion or it's a holiday. But you want you a West Indian woman, you know where to go find one. I don't know why you coming over here. You know I'm not finna do that. So seems like you the one that's confused. That's what you need to say. You don't compare apples to oranges. We ain't them. That's how you do it. He says you lazy, but he pays my bills good. Say, well, get used to it. Because I ain't finna change. Okay. That don't mean I'm finna get up and start working either. Just because you call me lazy, ain't nothing gonna change. I'll just agree and we'll sit there and look at each other. I can't argue with that, baby. You right. I sure am lazy. Now, what's up? What you wanna do? You gonna pay these bills or what? Hold on, y'all. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Y'all, these scammers call so much, I start dreaming about them in person, like they're trying to scam me in person, like they stealing my wallet out my purse. I need a scam blocker. Okay. So, one time I had a West Indian scammer that called me. I think he was Jamaican or something, right? So we started talking, and I was like, you know what? I know this is a scam, but can I get in on it too? And he started laughing. I said, why are you trying to scam me? I know plenty of people we could scam with more money. He just started laughing. So, I mean, my man takes care of me, pays bills. I don't work. Should I care that he just had a baby with another woman? Um, does he have enough money to go around? If the answer is no, yes, you should care. And you should start making waking up. Because if he ain't got money to provide for you and all them other people that he's running around with, then you probably gonna get a wake up call pretty soon, and he's not gonna be able to help you. Thank you, Mika. Is your big sister Capricorn? No, she's a. We have me and my big sister have the same exact birthday, and we're Pisces. So no, same exact birthday, but 8 years apart. Um, and the funny thing that you all keep asking me about my sign doesn't matter. You know what really matters? You value yourself and you make the choice to put yourself first. Any sign can do that. Don't let your sign be your handicap. That's just another excuse. Any sign can make a decision and put themselves first. You don't have to have a certain moon sign or a certain something in Libra or da 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 da. You just have to be smart and make the decision to have the best life that you can have. Okay. Because when you go on a job interview, they're not going to ask you your sign or what your moon sign is to see if you're going to show up to work on time or if you're going to be crying because somebody told you you did something wrong. They're not going to ask you all that. You know what I'm saying? So if people want to know my moon sign and my sun sign and all that kind of stuff, it's not going to change anything because I'm a Pisces. We are the most mutable sign of the zodiac. We can change into anything at any time on our own free will. Okay, so that's what you need to know about a Pisces. We can embody anything when we need it. Okay, so yay, don't use it as a handicap. You have your own free will, your own mind. You can make decisions. Hmm. How do you handle a conversation with a man who's much older than you and not try to sound too immature? Start watching the current events. Older people like to keep up with current events. Um, Learn some history about when they were young so that you understand what they're talking about. Research the person, their age, so that you're familiar with things. You know, um, Hang around your parents more. When I was a young child, my parents always played old music. That's how I know all the words to all these old songs. So when a song comes on, I don't look crazy and he don't look crazy. We sitting there singing the same song. I know the words, he knows the words. It's a win-win. you know, Hang around your parents. Talk to your mom. Talk to your dad. Ask them about the time they grew up. Right. So I'm learning how to value myself more while being polite to the other person. Yeah. Those are boundaries, and the nicer you are, the more some people push, but stand your ground on your boundaries. Yeah. Hmm. Can you do a video on boundaries and how to remain a lady? Um, I mean, it's pretty simple. If they don't comply, get up and walk. That's remaining a lady. Excuse me, I just remembered I have somewhere to be. Get up and walk. That's being a lady. Just leave. If you're gonna sit there and argue and try to convince them that they need to treat you a certain way, then that means you don't value yourself. Just get up and leave. Or don't call back or hang up or block. That's a ladylike way to stand your hold your boundaries. If they keep pressuring you to do something that you don't want to do and you're trying to get money out of them, then you know how to use the seduction game. Hmm. Promise them something that will never come true. Mhm. I know a guy who wants to take care of my expenses and travel with me. He's a multimillionaire and is growing, but he had relations with my sister. He won't give up on me. What should I do? Ask him for some money and you'll think about it. Get some money from him. They can take you shopping, make them don't do anything with them. Just use them and don't ever sleep with them. There you go. That way you could say, yeah, I went there with him. I went I did all those things, but I never slept with him. Not like you, sis, but I got more. There you go. Because he think like sister, but he didn't know that I was just after the money. Okay. See, if he thinks you're like like your sister, he think he gonna get some, so he gonna spend ahead of time. Okay. Then don't do it. He's giving you 4K already. Okay. Well, it's time for shopping. It's winter. You need some new clothes. You need some boots. You need some sweaters. Okay. Okay. How do you know if a guy has money if he's faking? Okay. Look up his name, Google his name. Nursing Playbook. Thank you for the donation, Nursing Playbook. You women help so much. I only been listening to you for 5 days and I already got $750. Men and women open doors for me now everywhere I go. Thank you. Oh, well, I'm glad. 5 days, that's pretty good. You on a roll. Keep going. Thanks for the donation. Um, do not lose your self-respect for money. Okay. Don't lose your self-respect for no money either. Okay. 'Cause I'd rather lose my self-respect for money than for no money. I tell you that in 2 seconds. Because I have something in my hand when I'm leaving disrespected. I'm not leaving empty-handed and disrespected. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. Amber Bentley. Thank you, girl. She gave me a donation. So yeah, I'm not gonna lose my respect if as long as I have some money in my hand. 'Cause I will never lose respect for myself, period. But I will lose money and time if I'm wasting it with a broke man. There you go. See, that's why. Um. Oh, you mean being sexual? Well, if you were gonna sleep with somebody for free anyway, versus sleeping with somebody for some money, you might as well get what you want or need. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to sleep with somebody and you don't really need the money, then of course stick by your standards. But if somebody needs something, it's better than sitting there, you know, on a mattress on the floor sleeping with they dusty for free. That's true. Now, my other older wannabe sugar daddy paid my rent this month, but he won't give me anything unless I sleep with him next. What should I do? Tell him you're gonna sleep with him. Get that money first. Tell him that you need A, B, C, and D in order for you to be free on this night so that you can come over. Hmm. Tell him you need to go to Victoria's Secret. You need some new clothes. You need some lingerie. You need to go buy some stuff because you want this night to be special. Get all that money. Then don't show up. It's like, I got in a car accident. Now I need my car fixed. And I'm injured. Now I can't do nothing. My back, my neck, and my back. There you go. Send him pictures of the lingerie you already bought. Like, take some pictures offline of lingerie, like on the bed or something, and then send it to him. So he think he's gonna get some. You like waiting. I'm on my way. I'm coming over there. We finna do something. Have some champagne waiting. You know, make it seem like you really going, and then have a car accident. Then your neck and your back. Then he will leave. Nuh-uh, he won't leave. It's like, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Ah, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna come over tomorrow. I promise. And he's gonna be like, no, no, you're injured. Don't come, don't come. It's like, I'm gonna try to make it, I promise. But they say I can't operate any heavy machinery on this medication. Yeah. Then all of a sudden you have hospital bills. She said, poor brothers. Ah, how about don't scam at all? Yeah, don't scam at all. How about don't ask for sex at all? Then we won't have to scam. You just give us some money. Okay. If the men stop asking for sex, then they won't get scammed. Why should you be able to ask for sex if we not ask for money? That's my question. Y'all can deliberately ask for sex, but we can't ask for nothing. No, we want some money. Okay. So if you can ask us for sex, we should be able to ask you for money very comfortable. Just like you guys are comfortable asking a woman you just met for some sex, we should be just as comfortable asking you for some money. If you say that's not right, then stop asking us for sex. Okay? So he don't know. I don't. What? You don't know about the baby, but the info is getting bigger allowance. Get the most money. Remember, your goal is the money. You don't care about him because he don't care about you. Get your money. Okay? Whatever the problem and situation is, love yourself more. Do what is the best thing for you, not for your relationship, but for you. Okay? Get that money because you're going to need it. Hmm. Women want sex too. Facts. Yeah. The women who chase men for sex are the ones who can't get sex easily. Okay. Women really don't want sex, especially if they're dealing with a sugar daddy. That means the man is older and has money. And if he has to be with a younger woman, he already know he got to pay. Right. So if you're comfortable asking for sex, don't be mad when we ask for some money. That's all. That's it. You that comfortable asking a woman to sleep with her and you don't even know her last name or where she grew up or anything like that, then we should be comfortable asking you for some money. Mhm. How can I schedule a consultation with you? I'm booked up till next week, next Tuesday. So just write me on my email in the about section on my YouTube channel. Women have never wanted sex as much as men. Exactly. I hate when old dudes act like they don't know what's up. Exactly. Why do men prefer an ugly girl versus a well kept one? Because they're cheap and they don't have to spend a lot of money. And the ugly girl will give them their tax refund. Okay. Toys are usually more fun than the real thing. Okay. Everybody is getting blocked. What? He has, I like money more than sex. Exactly. Pay y'all for what comes naturally. Yeah. It doesn't come naturally because you have to pay for it. Therefore, it doesn't come naturally because you don't get it naturally unless we give it to you. Um, Shira, seriously, thank you for your work, my mom. Ugly girls don't ask for much and they don't cheat. Well, some. I told you to give you that tax refund. I want to get in the level up group. Okay, we'll see because I can't let everybody in. They ain't ready. I have the pre-level up group, and I have the level up group as for people that's ready to go in running. You know what I'm saying? As far as looks, makeup, no excuses. Just come in running. You got to come in running. Um, hmm Y'all insane. No, we good. Believe. Women need to stop sleeping with men for free. Exactly. Hmm. It's not a feminist movement. This is not a feminist movement at all. Okay. Because a long time ago, you had to marry a woman to have sex with her. And that cost a lot of money right there. You got to go become a husband if you want some sex. How about that? Okay, we're not going to charge you for sex, but we want marriage first. Which one you want? You want to pay or you want to get married? That's what I thought. Bye, Felicia. Mhm. You want to get married or you want to pay? This is your choice. You want to get married or you want to spend your money? Mhm. Okay, have fun at work. Lock queen, have fun. Okay, my boyfriend is going out of town to get my Xmas present. I got two binding. You going out of town to get your present? Okay. Well, I hope it's a good present. Uh huh. Let us know what he got you, girl. Um. Right. Y'all start when you start saying the word love and marriage. Or no, when you start saying the word marriage versus why I gotta pay for this. Oh, you don't have to pay for it. Let's just get married. Then they ready to pay. Oh, I don't want to pay for that, but you at the strip club paying for nothing but to look. Okay. Well, which one you want? You want to look or you want to feel? Which one? You want to you want to take me shopping? You want to pay these bills or you want to just throw money at something you're looking at? Or do you want to get married? You choose. You got three choices. Okay. You can have a relationship and money. Be prepared for another one to possibly come and replace you. Right. Hi, Shira. Love your goddess energy. Respect. Thank you. Your ex proposed to you and chases you till this day. And he tries to buy you things when he can, but he can't keep up with your lavish lifestyle. Okay. Um, how do you get a rich man to marry you? Be the rich man marrying type. I don't know. Be the woman of his dreams. That's usually what they marry. Something they can buy. What is a good way for a virgin to use this asset she has? Don't tell people you're a virgin because if you don't plan on sleeping with them, then they don't need to know. Okay, unless you plan on selling it to the highest bidder. You know, keep taking from him. Men love to chase what they can't have. Exactly. Your boyfriend is going to be 33 and you're 24. Is that a good age gap? Yeah, for poverty. He ain't got no money to give you. He's 33. Does he have benefits? Does he have insurance? Can you go to the doctor whenever you want? Can he go to the doctor whenever you want? Can he pay your bills if you lose your job? You know, um, that's just that's too young for me. I need somebody that can fully provide. 33 is too young. That's the same age as you. Men mature 10 years slower when they become adults. Yeah, he's 23 and you 24. So he's basically younger than you mentally. Boyfriends don't put effort into sentimental gifts, right? But we'll pay some bills. Get that bills paid. And double the bills. Tell them that bills are double than what they are. At least some of them. You are dead. Yes, I have a T-shirt that says "I am dead inside," and it has a unicorn and a dolphin on it. Okay, and you can't be resurrected. That's right. So don't even try. I'm gonna stay this way until I get what I want. My boyfriend bought me an engagement ring but never proposed. I'm breaking up with him. Should I take the ring if he tells me to take? If y'all ask me about this ring one more time, I'm gonna be mad. If he never proposed, that means it was a gift. Keep the ring. And even if he did propose, keep the ring. And I told y'all, keep the ring always. Never return the ring. If you return the ring, you leave empty handed and stupid. Keep the ring, keep it. Mhm. Because all he's gonna do is give it to somebody else. A guy from the Caribbean, oop, that's where I end the whole conversation. Told me he believes that a lady should equally hold a job, and that's why you don't date men from the Caribbean. Okay. I don't care. You can come from the Caribbean all you want. Stay there for all I care. But I'm not finna do no type of work, no type of maid catering to you like your mom. I'm sorry. You can go get an island man in Hawaii. You can go get you an island man somewhere else that doesn't think like that. Okay. Mhm. I don't care what they do in the Caribbean. We're not in the Caribbean. Okay. Okay. We here. So we need to act like we here. This girl I knew, she thought she was getting a prize. She got this she married this Caribbean dude. And yeah, he was okay, but not he wasn't all that. And now she the maid. And it's always his mom said this, his mom said that. I'm like, does his mom pay your bills? Okay. That's what I'm asking. Because you know what? I can't hear. My deaf. I'm deaf. I have a cold. My ears are stopped up. I can't hear. I really can't. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I got a headache. I'm gonna go lay down. I don't have to talk to anybody, right? Oh, my mom's coming over. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. I have to go visit my mom. Be gone when she come. Hmm. Your 33-year-old boyfriend got you $400, roses, and a Gucci belt and dinner. Is that enough? I mean, you're 24. That's good. Let's see what was I getting at 24. Let's see if y'all did me. My husband was, I mean, my boyfriend was 50. What did I get from I got flown to New Orleans, got a bunch of money to gamble, dinner for a couple of nights. Um, I don't really wear Gucci belts, but I had a Louis Vuitton backpack purse because that's how old I am. It's like when those things were popular. He gave me one of those. Was yeah. I mean, but he was 50, so 33. That's pretty good. I would say yeah. Hmm. Oh, and all my bills have been paid, and I don't work at 24. So that's why I'm saying you need to date older because you'd be way better off. Mhm. What is your opinion on women that marry into royalty? Kate Middleton, Meghan Markle, da, 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 she married a billionaire. Um, well, unless if you like everyone telling you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, how to what to wear, then that's your life, you know. Um, I really wouldn't want to marry into royalty, but just somebody with some money. Mhm. Marrying into royalty, you got to be chosen. They just can't choose anybody. Everyone has to approve of you. Mhm. Um, I don't know. Like I never dated anybody from the Caribbean, so I don't know. Don't ask me. You know, if I got to do work, I can't date. That's just it. I mean, that's why I got with James because he was doing everything that I needed him to do. You know. Hmm. So you know, 33 and 24, yeah, that's a fun relationship because they're still y'all are both still young, you know. Uh, but like I said, he can't afford to pay all your bills unless he can. He can't afford to, do certain things that an older man could do. But those are nice gifts. I'm not down on his gift because he's only 33. But I needed more than that. Hmm. You wish you could talk to me on the phone. You have a long story. If it's about a dude, leave him and go do better. Mhm. That's all I'm going to tell you. Right. You have an issue. You keep getting taken advantage of because you like sex as much as men. Okay. Well, then you have to stop liking sex as much as men. You got to like money more than sex. Okay. There's a song by Nicki Minaj called Rich Sex. Go listen to it. Okay. Women, um, you're also devaluing yourself every time you do that. Your value goes down every time you have sex with someone who hasn't earned it. Okay. So your value goes all the way down once you sleep with someone. It's like being flushed down the toilet, basically. So you don't want to do that. Hmm. What is your idea of loyalty? A man that can fully provide for you, who can pay for everything, pay every bill. You don't have to work. And there's no reason that you would want any other man because no one will provide and take care of you as much as the person that you are with. And you are loyal to them because you know that. That's what loyalty is. Hmm. Loyalty is when no one can replace the man you currently have. That's what loyalty is. Or, no one that approaches you can replace the man you already have. That's loyalty. Okay. That's all it is. Just like loyalty to a man is what he has in front of him and what he has available and what his options are. That's the same thing. Okay. Men base loyalty on their options, women base loyalty on what they have with that man in the relationship. And if they know they're not going to find someone that is going to do the same stuff. Hmm. Don't tell them about your kids, not unless you want them to meet him. Unless he's trying to be somebody's stepdaddy, I really wouldn't tell him because then he's going to treat you different. Hmm. Loyalty is the rewards you get from the credit cards, right? Yeah. See, y'all women want to give, 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 and those men haven't given you anything yet. But you want to tell them your whole life story, how many kids you have, how somebody beat you, how somebody hurt you, how you need this. You want to just cut open your entire body and expose every organ and nerve for them to step and stomp on. That's what y'all do. That's why women are easily taken advantage of because y'all want to give too much and never get anything in return. And then you let broke men make you feel guilty for wanting something small. You don't love yourselves, and y'all should stop. Y'all should start loving yourself. These broke men in here, they're not going to add to your life whatsoever. They're going to take from it. Mhm. I blame the movies for perpetuating the idea of burying our hearts out. Yep. You got to be smarter than the movies, though. Mhm. Um, I like a girl, and I asked her if we can become friends, but she said nothing, and she ignored me every time. What does that mean? It means you ain't got no money, and she don't like you. Offer her some money and see how fast she becomes your friend. Mhm. I'm scared of real men. Yeah, I'm scared of real broke men. If you ain't got no money, you're not a real man. If you can't provide fully for me, that's not a real man to me. Okay. So what my definition is of a real man might not be what your definition is of a real man. So then we're not going to think a real man is the same thing. So I don't know. If my definition is different from yours, then we're not even on the same page. How do you get a man to propose? Be the woman of his dreams and also make sure he knows that you ain't gonna wait for him forever and that you will have other options waiting if he don't act right. If you don't like for me, I'll say, oh, you know what? So what are we doing? We've been together for this long. Either you know you want to marry me or you don't. Let me know so I can start making my plans. This is my life too. That's it. And be nice about it. You ain't got to be rude. If you're rude, that means you're hurt. If you're hurt, that means you're emotional. If you're emotional, it means he has the advantage. And if you're just trying to see what you need to do this weekend versus, if you need to go look at wedding magazines or apartments, which one you need to do this weekend? That's all you need to know. Hmm. Hmm. So most women have been brainwashed into being this doormat type of servant that's always taken advantage of. And y'all need to stop that. Mhm. And thank you, Celestial Gaming Goddess. Shira, thank you for your wisdom. Plasma Game. Thank you, girl. Yeah. Hmm. Um, and another thing, when you choose to be with someone, when you choose to date someone, and you know they look better than you, and you know they're not going to treat you right unless you act accordingly, beneath your own standards, then you're dating the wrong person, and you need to stop. You need to come to reality. You know, because I know some women who will try to date somebody just because of how they look. That man will be treating them like trash, but they want to stay because he look good. So no, preach. That's why I don't cook or clean. Good. Don't ever cook or clean. I don't even barely do that because I just hire a company to come clean my house. I don't even bother with that. Why are men so savage? Why aren't women as savage? Maybe men aren't that savage. Maybe women just aren't savage enough. Have you ever thought about that? Um, because I already know, like, it does not come natural to me to be a servant. So yeah, I don't know. It doesn't come natural to me to be someone's servant. That's why I am the way I am. So if it doesn't come natural to you to be a servant, then your standards are naturally high because you're not going to do it. And if your standards are naturally high because you're not going to be someone's servant, then you already know you're not going to date, some guy that looks better than you because he's going to want you to be his servant. So you're going to go get someone who you look better than so he can be your servant or at least pay for your services or for him to be able to get you services that you don't have to do yourself. Okay. So unless you are a born servant, mentally or have been programmed to be a servant, you're going to have higher standards naturally. You're going to love yourself naturally from the start because you're not going to want to serve without getting anything in return. Okay. Those women who are trained to be servants and y'all do it expecting something in return, a servant doesn't get paid. A slave, right, does not get paid. A slave doesn't get anything in return. So when they don't return the favor or when they don't do for you and you're upset, just think about what I just said. A servant does not get paid, a slave does not get paid. So stop being one. They don't get respect, they don't get treated equally. And most of the time, they don't end up really getting the type of lifestyle that they want either. There you go. hmm And you know what? You wish your husband wasn't good looking because I have to stay ready all the time, but I remind him he's older than me, and from time to Mm, okay. I need ladies to talk to and any like-minded ladies around Chicago and exchange emails. Bree, want to talk, y'all? Does your husband agree? Watch your channel. Of course, he's been on my channel. hmm Unfortunately, I feel like a lot of black men, not all, view black women more in servant role than someone to spoil and please. That's because that's what most black women used to be. You see? So when you stop trying to be a servant, then all of a sudden they don't want to comply. So, but if you look like a servant, they're going to think you're a servant, which is where the level up comes in. If you too cute to be a servant, they're never going to think you're a servant. They don't mistake someone who looks royal as a servant. That's what the level up comes in. If you looking like a servant, they're gonna treat you like a servant. Thank you, Mika. Thank you, Sherry. Your advice is better than money. Oh, thank you for the donation. So you coming out here looking like, you know, you finna scrub some floors and you finna cook a giant meal from scratch. That's what they're gonna expect from you. So stop looking like a servant, and then you won't be treated like one. Okay. I can't even do anything with it. I can't wash dishes. I can't do a thing. I handicap myself on purpose with these nails. And this and my makeup. Ooh, I can't. If I do that, I'm gonna sweat and my makeup is gonna melt. Thank you, Rosanna. How do you keep a tactile time when they weaken and snap on you? This is not acrylic. This is dipping powder. hmm Uh-huh. Dipping powder. You Yeah, you got to be careful. You can't do work with these. They won't snap if you don't do anything. Thank you, Anja Fernandez. I hope I said that right. Anna. Sure, I found my true powers. Thank you. All right. Thank you for the donation. And you leveled them up, girl. Go ahead. Isn't that feminine when a woman can cook and still look sexy? It sure is. It's called being a chef with a fitted jacket. And chefs get paid. Thank you. Sure. Can you share your tips for bagging an older man? Yeah. Look good. Be the type of woman that they would love to be with. That's pretty much it. Most men are just going to um, let them know that they can have you. Mhm. Cook a giant meal from scratch. Yup. Isn't being a homemaker feminine? If being a maid is feminine, I guess it is. Yeah, I can go get paid to cook, clean somebody's house and homemade on somebody else's address. I sure can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I sure can cook. I got me a chef jacket and everything, but I can cook, but I don't cook for free. I cook every once in a while and on holidays. Mhm, mhm. Most chefs are men. See, exactly. That's why I cook. I tell my husband he can cook really good. And oh, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. So he likes to cook now because he thinks I really enjoy his cooking. But that means I don't cook. You see? It's reverse psychology. My kids are old enough to take care of themselves. They don't really need a nanny. Hmm. What did I end up doing with the culinary arts degree? Nothing. Nothing at all. Hmm. Most people don't need a culinary arts degree if they can cook. I didn't do anything with it. I just went to school for fun to learn how to cook. It was fun, but I don't use it. Hmm. And I don't really even cook that much except for on holidays and special occasions and every once in a while. And why do men depend on a woman to feed them? I don't know. I mean, just like dogs depend on people to feed them, I don't know. If you need somebody to feed you, then you must be an animal. I never met a man that can't cook good. That means they'll be cooking for you. Yeah, it's not the fact that you can't cook as a woman, it's the fact that you shouldn't be cooking as a woman if you don't want to be cooking, you know? Mhm. If you like to cook, if you love to cook, that's a different story. But if you don't really care, or if it's an inconvenience for you, or if it's stressing you out too much, then you shouldn't have to do it unless you want to. It shouldn't be a requirement, is what I'm saying. Okay. Thank you, Joy Johnson. Oh, 100, girl. Thank you, girl. Hi, Shira. Thank you for what you do. My life totally transformed since I found your channel. Wow. That was a nice, nice gift. Thank you. I'm gonna consider that my Christmas present, girl. Thank you, girl. Joy to the world. Joy Johnson has donated. Thank you. Aw, that was so nice. Okay, thank you. Really, that was nice. You gotta give Joy her props on that one. But yeah, I feel like doing okay, think about this. Think about your children. If you have children, ladies with kids, the more you do for them, the more they expect you to do for them, and the less responsible they are, right? The same with a man. You stop doing as much for them, and they'll figure out how to do more for themselves, and they'll appreciate you way more, and they won't expect you to do hardly anything anymore because they'll have had to learn how to do it. And then when you do something for them, they feel special, and when it's just the bare minimum. So think, keep that in mind. You shouldn't have to be working hard to keep them in. Hmm. So what do you say when to a man when you tell him a man should be a provider and he says, and what will the woman do if you say woman should not cook and clean? Um, I would say, well, The woman will hire the maids. No, literally. No, seriously. I will say, well, what do you want the woman to do? If he starts naming chores, it's like, well, I can do that, but I'm gonna have to go get a job and I'm gonna be someone else's maid. Are you going to give me money for doing that? You know, if you really think about it, unless the man is a full provider, can give you money to spend and buy whatever you want, you shouldn't have to cook and clean every day and still go to work and still not have what you want. Okay. If you like to cook, that's one thing. Great, cook. But you shouldn't be required to cook every day. It should be an option. You should say, hey, let's go out to eat or let's order in. I don't feel like cooking. That should be an option. Second option is if you don't like to clean and he's just throwing crap everywhere because you're the maid, then you need to leave his crap exactly where it is and clean up your stuff because you're cleaning, but you're cleaning your stuff. You need to do your laundry and leave his crap for him on the weekend. You see? So if that's what he wants you to do is be his maid and he's throwing crap everywhere and leaving stuff on the ground, then leave it exactly where it is. Or gather it all up and put it on his side of the bed or in his office or somewhere in on his side of the closet or whatever. You got your plasma tea and mug and your copper. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Erica. Good advice today. Have my daughter and niece listening to you from Pearland. Oh, you live close to my sister. Hey, thank you, Erica. Yeah, Sasha wants me to order one of those plasma shirts for her too. But thank you, girl. Thanks for the donation, Erica. Enjoy. Um, right. If a man needs you to do something for him, then he ain't no man. I mean, why you need he can go home and get his mom to cook and clean for him. Okay. You have to tell a man he should be a provider. You think Melania Trump cooks and cleans? You think Beyonce cooks and cleans? Do you think the wife of anybody that has a certain amount of money cooks and cleans? Unless they want to be cooking and cleaning? Do you think if he met the woman of his dreams, he would ask her to cook and clean? You ain't the woman of his dreams if he's asking you what you gonna do. Think about it. Mhm. So if a man says, well, if I'm going to provide for you, what are you going to do? That means you are not the woman of his dreams because he would never ask the woman of his dreams to cook and clean for him. He would be like, oh, okay, well, we can order out. We can get a maid. We can do whatever you want, baby, because you're the woman of my dreams and I don't want to lose you. But if you're not the woman of his dreams, then you are required to do some physical labor. So that's why the level up is important and choosing the correct person to be with is important because if you're not the woman of his dreams, if you don't look good enough, he's going to ask you to scrub some floors in exchange for the bare minimum, food and shelter. So no, I have to break it down like that because that's exactly what it is. If you don't work and your husband or boyfriend, which you shouldn't be doing if it's a boyfriend, expects you to cook and clean and not give you any type of spending money, then you're just somebody's maid and slave for food and shelter. And you got to sleep with them. So no, get some extra because you could be out cleaning someone else's houses and getting a paycheck. That's what I always tell women to tell their man. Well, you know what? I love to cook. I love to clean, especially when I'm getting paid for it, working for a cleaning service and a nanny service. I think I might go back to work. Thank you for the idea. Oh, by the way, there are some hungry man dinners in the fridge. You good. Thank you for your time and energy. Thank you, Erica. Another Erica with three A's. Thank you for the donation, girl. I appreciate it. Y'all giving me love today. They can be like, wait a minute. Hmm. Right. because I'm pretty sure they will appreciate your cooking and cleaning more than that person, and they're gonna pay you. Okay. So you'll warm up microwave dinners. Exactly. I bring home some dinner. Mhm. Right. What are good places to meet wealthy old men? Shoot. No, Lubies in the rich neighborhood. Golf clubs, yachting clubs, golf ranges, nice restaurants during lunchtime or dinner time at the bar area. And the nice restaurants, funerals. Right. I gotta go in a few minutes, y'all. But thank y'all for watching. I truly appreciate it. I yeah, I appreciate everyone who's donated. I appreciate everyone who's asked good questions and even some of the bad questions for entertainment value. The men on here that's like upset but still hanging in there because they know it's true. Someone says go to Whole Foods. Um, you love cooking. If you love, I used to love cooking too before I had kids and was married. I used to love the Food Network because it was optional. You can cook whenever you wanted to, or you didn't cook it. You can go out whenever you want to. When it's not an option anymore, and when you're expected to cook and clean the dishes, and no one says, "Oh, that was wonderful, that was great," then it's not so fun anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, wait till you have to cook and clean every day, like Cinderella. You ain't gonna be want to do it then. You met a guy online. We haven't met in person, but he's already offering to pay for things. Give him your cash app. See what he do. I can't eat out every day. I'll cook for myself. Yeah, cook for yourself. So, beware of people that are promising you things and they probably will never deliver. So make sure you get what you want. Mhm. Do the Cinderella leveled up. Yep. She got tired of being the maid. And then she got some maids. hmm Shira, you're giving game for gorgeous women. Most of your audience is average. Well, that's what a wig and makeup is for. You know, get you a wig, get you some makeup, get you some dresses, get you some heels, and you too can be above average. Even a man. It's called drag. Okay. If a grown man with a beard can turn into someone that looks better than the average woman with some makeup and wigs, then there is no excuse for most women. Okay. It's true. You seen those before and after pictures with makeup? Okay. Most of those men will never get to see that woman without makeup again. They probably then took her shopping, took her out to eat a couple times, and then got ghosted. That's good enough. Thank you, Shawnita Pear. Thank you for everything you've saved me from myself. Happy holidays. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that generous donation. I appreciate it. Happy holidays. So, yeah. Some serious horse faces going on, right? But if you don't ever plan on washing your face in front of them, if you never plan on spending the night with them, if you never plan on getting to know them past a certain date, then it doesn't matter as long as you get what you want, right? hmm You said most men have average money. Exactly. um, my mom always washed her makeup off and went to bed and had it on before she woke any of us up. She was good. hmm You really hate your ex girlfriend with a passion. I'm sorry. hmm If you never cook, but you promise one day they will always be waiting in anticipation. I'm gonna cook tomorrow. I promise. I'm gonna buy groceries. I promise. Fake. Yep. Fake. Just like the lies you tell the woman to get what you want. Fake. 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 hmm Burn the food on purpose. Exactly. Cool, chica. When you wash dishes, break the glasses and the plates on purpose. Burn the food. Never cook again. No, actually, I don't do that because he already know better that I don't really do that. I just I don't like cleaning my nails, or I'll make a deal. I cook, do clean, and I use a bunch of dishes. Eh, eh. Have I ever been wrong about anything? Of course, I think most people have been wrong about something. I just say what works for the majority. There's always exception to the rule, but most of the time it's very rare to be the exception to the rule. So you got to keep that in mind too. hmm Yeah. Put bleach on their color clothes and never wash again. Okay. Play dumb. I don't know how to wash. Can you teach me? Oh, I did it wrong. I got bleach on your favorite clothes. Oh no. Forget it. I'll wash for you. Okay, thank you. So, you know, setting these broads up for failure when they go outside, the world gives them a reality check. Not the broke. I mean, yeah, they're gonna fail a broke relationship with a broke man, but they shouldn't be trying to date that anyway. Most men with money don't care. They're just, let's go out to eat tonight then. Don't worry about it. Oh no, don't worry about that. We'll just hire the cleaning service. Don't bother with that. Or don't worry, I'll take care of it, or it's not a big deal. They don't care because that's not why they're with you. They're not with you because they need a maid. They can hire a maid if that's what they want. Work like a charm with your husband. Good for you. hmm Well, I gotta go, y'all, because I gotta go pick up my kids. But I'll see y'all soon. And thank y'all, everyone who donated. Bye.